Have you ever wondered why two people raised in the same house with the same parents, eating the same food, studying in the same school, still grow up to be completely different? One becomes confident, outgoing, talkative, while the other becomes quiet, anxious, or extremely calm. What is this invisible force that shapes how we think, feel, act, and respond to life? That hidden force is what we call personality. In today's lesson, I am going to explain the entire chapter of personality from your second PUC Psychology syllabus in the most simplest way so that you can easily understand and never forget. Every day you meet hundreds of personalities, the cheerful friend who lights up the room, the serious teacher who rarely smiles, the short-tempered uncle who gets angry at everything, and the calm grandmother who never loses her peace. Personality shapes how you behave, how you cope with problems, how you communicate, and how you react to the world. Psychology tries to understand why are people the way they are, and today we explore the chapter exactly the way it is in your textbook, step by step, clear and easy. The word personality comes from the Latin word persona, which means mask. In ancient theatre, actors wore masks to show different characters: happy, sad, angry, heroic. Similarly, personality is the mask we present to the world, but also the real patterns inside us, our thoughts, habits, emotions, and actions. In simple words, personality is the unique and consistent way you think, feel, and behave. Every person has a different personality because every mind has a different story. According to Gordon Allport, personality is a dynamic organization inside a person that influences their behavior, thoughts, and feelings. This simply means personality is not fixed or rigid. It grows, changes, learns, and adapts throughout life. Now students, let us look at the approaches to personality. In your textbook, it explains personality using different psychological approaches. Let's understand each one clearly. Type of approaches. These approaches classify people into types, like categories of personalities. First one, Indian concept, Trigunas. Ancient Indian psychology described personality through three gunas. Sattva, which means purity, calmness, wisdom. People with sattva are peaceful, honest, balanced, and make thoughtful decisions. They stay calm even in stressful situations. Second, Rajas. Action, energy, ambition. These people are energetic, restless, competitive, and always want to achieve something. They get easily excited and sometimes stressed. Third, Tamas. Inactivity, laziness, confusion. These individuals are dull, careless, irresponsible, and avoid hard work. They may struggle with motivation or discipline. Every person has all three gunas but in different proportions. Now, let us understand Carl Jung's personality types. Jung introduced two major categories. Introverts, quiet, reflective, prefer small groups, they think before speaking. Extroverts, outgoing, social, gain energy from people and activities. He also introduced four functions: thinking, logical decisions, feeling, emotional decisions, sensation, focuses on facts, intuition, focuses on possibilities. Jung believed personality is shaped by how we use these functions. Next, let us understand Friedman and Rosenman type A, B, C, and D theory of personality. This is used in health psychology as well. Type A personality is impatient, aggressive, competitive, always in a hurry, high stress, risk of heart problems. Type B, they are relaxed, patient, calm, easygoing, low stress and better health. Type C suppress emotions easily. They get angry, cooperative and polite. May experience stress-related illness. Type D distress personality, worries a lot, often feels negative, avoids social interactions due to fear of rejections. Trait approaches. Traits are stable qualities that make you who you are. Gordon Allport describes it as cardinal, central, and secondary traits. Now let us understand what is cardinal traits. One dominant trait that defines a person completely. Like Mother Teresa, she has compassion. Compassion is the cardinal trait. Central traits, there are 5-6 major qualities like honesty, kindness, confidence, etc. Secondary traits, personal preferences like favorite food, taste in music or habits. Raymond Cattell, he describes as 2 traits, surface and source traits. Surface traits, what we can easily see, like friendliness, shyness, talkativeness. Source traits, meaning deep underlying traits that produce surface behaviors. Cattell identified 16 source traits measured by his test 16PF. Hans Eysenck Trait Theory, EPI. He explained personality using 3 dimensions: introversion, extraversion, neuroticism, stability, emotional control, psychotism, aggression, creativity, impulsive behaviors. Eysenck Personality Inventory measures these traits, which is called EPI. Next, let us understand psychodynamic approach by Sigmund Freud. Freud believed personality is shaped by unconscious forces, things hidden in the mind. First, he talks about levels of consciousness. First, conscious, thoughts you are aware of right now, like listening to this video. Second, preconscious or subconscious, memories just below awareness, like a friend's birthday you can recall if needed. Unconscious, deep hidden desires, fears, childhood memories affecting behavior without us knowing. Then, he also talks about structure of personality. He describes it as id, ego and superego. Now let us know or understand what is id, ego and superego. Id means I want it right now. It works on pleasure, completely unconscious, demands immediate satisfaction. Ego, let's be realistic, tries to balance it with real world rules. Superego, this is right or wrong, moral part, guilt, rules, values learned from parents and society. A healthy personality balances between all these 3. Then, he also talks about ego defense mechanisms used by the mind to reduce anxiety. Denial, refusing to accept reality. Projection, blaming others for your own feelings. Repression, pushing painful memories into unconscious. Regression, behaving childishly when stressed. Displacement, transferring anger to a safer object. Rationalization, giving excuses to justify mistakes. These protect us, but too much can cause problems. Sigmund Freud also talks about psychosexual stages of development. First one, oral stage from 0 to 1 year. Here, a child derives pleasure from sucking, eating. Fixation may cause dependency or oral habits. Second, anal stage from 1 to 3 years. Focus on toilet training and control. Strict training, they become perfectionist. If you're very lenient with the child, then they become messy. Third, phallic stage from 3 years to 6 years. Child becomes aware of gender, develops attraction to parent, learns moral values from same-sex parent. Fourth, latency stage, 6 to 12 years. Sexual feelings dormant, focus on school and friends. Fifth, Genital stage, 12 plus years. Mature relationships, independence, adult personality forms. Now, let's move on to Erik Erikson. His theory is psychosocial theory. Erikson believed personality develops across the entire lifespan through 8 stages. I will simplify each. First one, trust versus mistrust, from 0 to 1 year. If caregivers give love and care, child develops trust. If the child is neglected, mistrust forms. Second, autonomy versus shame, 1 to 3 years. Child learns independence like dressing or eating, that is autonomy. Too much control leads to shame. Third, industry versus inferiority, from 6 to 12 years. When I say industry, here I am talking about school years. Child learns skills. So failure in these skills can lead to inferiority. Fifth, identity versus role confusion, from 12 to 18 years. Teen explores who am I? Confusion leads to identity crisis. Sixth, intimacy versus isolation, young adulthood. They form relationships, failure and loneliness. 7. Generativity versus stagnation. It is in middle adulthood, giving back to society, failure, feeling stuck. 8. Integrity versus despair. Old age, looking back at life with satisfaction or regret. Now students, let us talk about the assessment of personality. How do you find out what personality you belong to? Psychologists measure personality using 3 major methods. First one, self-report measures, EPI, Eysenck Personality Inventory. It measures extraversion, neuroticism, psychotism. MMPI, Minnesota Multiphasic Personality Inventory. It has 567 statements used for diagnosing psychological conditions. 16PF, Cattell's 16 Personality Factors. It measures 16 deep source traits. These tests are objective and easy to score. Second is projective techniques. These reveal hidden unconscious feelings by giving ambiguous stimuli. TAT, T-A-T, Thematic Apperception Test. In this test, it shows pictures. Person creates a story. The story reveals their motives and conflicts. Rorschach ink blot test. 10 ink blots. A person describes what they see. Interpretation reflects unconscious mind. SCT, Sentence Completion Test. Person completes sentences like my father is dash, reveals attitudes, fears, unresolved issues. Now third one is behavioral analysis. This assesses behavior in real situations. Interviews, structured or unstructured interviews, psychologists ask questions. Observation, watching behavior in natural settings. Rating scales, teachers, parents rate behaviors like cooperation, aggression and confidence. Let me conclude students. Personality is not just about being introverted or extroverted. It is the entire combination of your traits, behaviors, unconscious feelings, habits, values, life experiences and everything that makes you you. Each theory, Freud, Erikson, Cattell, Allport, Jung, explains personality from a different angle. And understanding these helps us understand ourselves and others better. If this explanation made psychology simple for you, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel for more chapters explained in the easy way, and comment below which chapter you want next. See you in the next lesson.